When Sergeant Daniel McAllister left for his deployment in Afghanistan, his small hometown in Texas waved goodbye with pride. He had lived in his ranch-style home just outside of Austin, a peaceful property surrounded by acres of green fields, a white wooden fence and the sound of windmills turning in the afternoon sun. He'd bought that land himself after 10 years of service. To him, it wasn't just a property. It was a piece of freedom, a symbol of everything he fought for. But while Daniel was overseas serving his country, someone else was serving themselves. 3 so-called HOA officials, led by a man named Rick Barnes, a local real estate broker, saw an opportunity. Daniel's absence made him an easy target, and by the time Daniel returned home, nothing could have prepared him for the betrayal waiting behind that old white fence. Daniel had never wanted to live under any HOA's thumb. His ranch wasn't even part of one, but a group of nearby homeowners had recently formed an association called the Sunny Valley Preservation Board, an unofficial HOA that pretended to have control over properties in the area. They started small to asking neighbors to pay for road maintenance, community security, and beautification fees. Most people ignored them, but Rick and his team started going door to door, collecting fake fees from anyone gullible enough to pay. When Daniel left for his 12-month deployment, his house sat empty except for his old friend Charlie, who checked in once a week. Charlie mowed the lawn, kept the lights working, and made sure no one messed with the place. Until one day, 3 men in uniforms arrived at the ranch. They wore fake badges, fake authority, and real arrogance. "Sir, we're from the Sunny Valley HOA Enforcement Division," Rick said proudly. "This property has multiple code violations. We'll need to discuss fines and compliance." Charlie frowned. "This isn't even part of your HOA." But Rick smirked. "It is now." The community voted. Within weeks, fake notices started showing up on the door. Fines for unapproved fencing, excess grass height, and even non-compliant exterior color. They placed liens, fake ones, against Daniel's name using falsified county paperwork. And then, they did the unthinkable. They listed his ranch for sale. 12 months later, Daniel landed back in Texas. He expected to see his ranch waiting. The porch swing, the mailbox, the American flag fluttering in front of his house. Instead, he saw moving trucks, strangers loading furniture that wasn't theirs, his. He stopped his truck in disbelief. What the hell is going on? A woman in a business suit walked up. "Sir, can I help you?" "This is my property," Daniel said. The woman blinked. "Sir, this property was sold 6 months ago through the Sunny Valley HOA. You'll need to speak with them." Daniel's blood ran cold. His name was still on the mailbox, but the paperwork said otherwise. He called the county office, and the clerk confirmed it. "Mr. McAllister, your ranch was sold through foreclosure due to unpaid HOA dues." "HOA dues?" Daniel shouted. "I don't even have an HOA." Daniel didn't sleep that night. He sat outside what used to be his home, staring at the stars, the same stars he saw overseas. Only these ones looked colder. The next morning, he went straight to the sheriff's office, but even the deputies seemed confused. "Sunny Valley HOA?" the sheriff muttered. "They're not officially registered with the county." The deeper Daniel dug, the uglier it got. Rick Barnes and his team had been scamming multiple homeowners, using fake legal notices, made-up citations, and counterfeit badges. They looked like real cops but weren't even licensed security. They had sold 3 properties illegally, and Daniel's ranch was the biggest one yet. Rick even used Daniel's military absence to justify a non-responsive owner clause, forging his signature on the sale. Daniel's rage boiled, but he didn't lose control. Soldiers never do. He gathered every bit of evidence, photographed documents, and recorded calls. And then he made a single phone call to his commanding officer. Within days, the military police and the Department of Justice got wind of the scam. Turns out, one of Rick's fake officers had impersonated a federal agent, a federal crime. Daniel's CO connected him with the Army Legal Services, who immediately filed a formal investigation. And when the Army moves, it moves fast. Military investigators swarmed Sunny Valley like a storm. They subpoenaed bank records, interviewed homeowners, and found evidence of wire fraud, impersonation, and property theft. When they confronted Rick, he laughed. "You think your Army buddies scare me? This is civilian business." But 2 weeks later, when federal marshals arrested him at his office, that laugh disappeared. The day of reckoning came like thunder. The Army coordinated with county law enforcement to seize every property obtained through fraud. The Sunny Valley HOA, the fake one, was officially dissolved. But Daniel didn't stop there. He requested and got approval for a military training exercise on the abandoned lots. When the neighborhood woke up that morning, military trucks rolled in. Soldiers in uniform, real ones this time, set up temporary posts on the same streets where Rick's fake HOA officers once strutted around. Neighbors peeked through curtains as Daniel, wearing his fatigues, walked up to the fake HOA's headquarters. "You wanted authority?" he said. "Now you'll see what real authority looks like." The Army had used the properties to run a logistics and ethics simulation. And yes, it included evicting the scammers who still squatted in one of the houses. By noon, the fake HOA members were gone. Every one of them. Daniel's ranch was restored to him, legally, rightfully, and fully compensated. The county publicly apologized, and several local officials lost their jobs for negligence. He didn't rebuild the fence the same way. This time, he added a new sign: private property protected by honor, not fear. His neighbors cheered when he moved back in. Many of them had been victims too, and they started a real honest community board under Daniel's guidance. No fines, no fake cups. Just neighbors helping neighbors. Fake power might control people for a while, but real honor can rebuild everything they destroy. Daniel didn't want revenge, and he wanted justice. And justice, as it turned out, had worn his uniform all along. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe to Hoa Karen Diaries. For more emotional English storytelling videos about karma, justice, and life lessons every week.